None of this is new information. I have shared this here many times. However, new home means that we need new chore charts. So this video is going to be talking about our new chore cleaning needs in our new house. Welcome back to Making Everyday Magic. My name is Shauna, and if you are new here, we're a homeschooling family of 4. We have been homeschooling for 8 years. We have a 7th grader and a 3rd grader, and we did recently move. So this video is going to be new home, new chore charts. Let's go. Before we go any further, guys, please scroll down, hit that big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can reach me right down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. So I am in like a little nookie doorway because I was looking for just a pretty plain background, but like with good lighting. So that is how we made it to here. I also have notes because normally I film in the morning and this is the afternoon, and so much has happened today. My brain is a little scattered, and I will usually sit down and like outline my videos out, and then it just kind of helps me organize my thoughts, which I did do today, just now, but I feel like I'm gonna miss something I really wanna touch on if I don't have my notes today. So today we've got notes. If you follow me for any period of time, when I have shared about our home cleaning, what I do, what my kids do, how our home runs, many times here on this channel. And if you have followed me, then you know that I usually revamp our chore charts with the school year. So that means they've aged a little. That means it's a new fresh start for the new school year. That's usually coming off of summer when we're getting back into all the things we have to do. So it just makes sense. However, it's not the case this year because again, we've moved. So the things that need to happen are just different. We have different things that need to happen. So I need to get on a handle on what those things are so that I can very clearly express my expectations with what gets done and when, so that the things get done, if you follow me. So our chores in our house are, age appropriate. Again, I've got an almost 13-year-old and an 8-year-old. So pretty much nothing is off the table anymore, which is kind of awesome. But as long as I can remember, my kids have had some sort of chore. Even all the way back to my little one, whose job it was to fold the washcloths or find the pairs of socks. Like all the way back, they know what they're doing. Now, I am talking about chores above and beyond the normal expectations of getting the joyous experience of being a fun-loving member of this family. So making your bed, no, sorry, that's a norm. Picking up your clothes off the floor, norm. Putting your laundry away, norm. So this is kind of above and beyond the things that I expect them to do simply existing in our home. So put, dishes away, things like that. So that is what the chore chart is. Now, we do reward them for doing the chores on their chore chart. So we do pay them. You finish all your chores, you get your allowance for that week. And I think the most recent allowance, we haven't upped it in a while, we probably should, is $10 a week for the oldest one and $5 a week for the younger one. But now that they are kind of becoming more balanced in actual tasks and things, they probably need to be moved quite a bit closer together. And I don't know if I'll up the ante or not on that cost because, well, things are expensive. And then that money just goes kind of digitally straight into their account. Works really well for us. Like it's not set up to auto do it, but we can easily do it, easily transfer it. So that we also, if you've seen in the past, do something seasonally called bonus bucks, which tends to be like in the summer. So it is like things that help me out above and beyond their normal thing. And a lot of times I will even reward, like last summer, for example, my oldest, if you read a chapter in your Michael Clay Thompson readers, then I will pay you. So bonus specs are extra special above and beyond things that you can do to earn extra money, but that is beyond your chores, and you don't get paid for your chores if you haven't been keeping up with your normal human existence things you must do. So that is how we do that. Now, my kids 100% have learned how to use this to barter to their own benefit. So they'll be like, they bring the proposal. Mom, if I do this extra above and beyond thing for you? Will you do this thing? Can we watch an extra show? Can we play 10 minutes longer? Can we have a family movie night? And oh no, they're totally, pulling the wool over my eyes. Oh snap, they're doing more chores. Oh darn, they figured out what I want and they're coming proactively to offer it to me. I'm just saying, there's benefits to this system. Now, as far as actual usage of chores, here is what I do. I do not expect them to do chores on the weekend unless they just have to catch up because they slacked. But what I do is I give them an appropriate number of chores. So I will give them, last time I wanna say what we did is we only had like 1 or 2 days where they had to like do 2 things, but it was like very small things. So like for my little one, it was like wipe the table and the chairs, okay? So things like that. I try to encourage them to do things like, sorting your laundry to put it in the bins to get washed. You should do that on a day when you're really full of like extracurricular activities. So I don't always assign days to chores. However, sometimes we do. Because if we have a really strict like extracurricular schedule, we're out of the house a lot, we have a day that's really busy, obviously, you guys need to plan accordingly and don't do something really large or really hard on that day. I also try to keep it balanced so that there are easier things and harder things. And I also try to give them the same amount or else they get fussy. So I try to keep it balanced. I try to keep it fair. I also try to keep it very manageable. Now I'm talking about chores. And there are some things that are bigger than other things, but I never lose sight of the fact that none of this is very hard. It can all be completed in like 20 minutes. These are my children. These are not my employees. So yeah, sometimes we'll turn on some music. We'll all work really hard in a room cleaning together, but I never lose sight of the fact that this should be manageable. It should be easy, and it is secondary to their schoolwork, their extracurriculars, anything else going on. The first thing that goes is chores, because to me, that's unreasonable. So again, these are my children. These are not my employees. That is not how this works. You don't want to do your chores and you're just not going to get paid. I mean, that just is what it is. There's no fussing or fighting or any of that. You don't do your chores, you just don't get paid. Plus, there's been times in the past, like especially with us moving, where it's like they worked really hard to help us like get a bunch of stuff ready, packed, organized, downsized, whatever it was. But like they didn't get to their specific chores. You worked hard, you helped me out a ton, you did a bunch of work, that counts for me, you still get paid. So there were, I'm very flexible in this regard. And that's part of that is because I'm very flexible with myself in this regard when it comes to cleaning. You guys know I love a novelty, I love a theme, and that extends to my kids too, which is why I make their chore charts fun, pretty, and I try to theme them to their current interests, which changes often. More so for my biggest one. I think my little one is probably going to stay the same this year. I give little boxes where they can check it off. So I make their theme chore charts and then I laminate them and we hang them. And it is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. They check them off with their dry erase markers until they figure out what they need to do and they'll figure out that balance kind of on their own. And I reserve the right at any point to amend it. So if we need to add something, if something is just constantly left to the end of the week and not getting done, maybe I'll assign a day. If they decide that they don't like that task, the other one likes that task, they'll swap her. I don't care how it gets done. Everything gets done. I don't care. And like I said, I amend adding or removing or whatever that works. I reserve the right to make changes. Yes, that is it. That's mostly it. Okay, so basically the process is I sit down and what I'm about to do actually, and I will probably insert it, I will sit down and I will make a list of the things that I think my kids can do that I need done. And then I will take 10, 12 of those things, put them on a list, and I will divide them by child, and then I will make their little chore charts super cute in Photoshop. So one is probably gonna be guinea pigs and or dogs. And the other one will probably be Doctor Who, because that's what we're feeling and vibing and loving right now. So it really is that simple. And then they just check it off. And like I said, at the end of the week, if I can look and see that everything is checked, bueno. And we usually reset it Sunday night, and Dad is in charge of moving the money. So we're all involved. Everybody knows what's happening. And my kids are really honest. So we can be like, hey, did you do it? And they're like, yes. Or hey, did you do it? And they're like, oh, I need to do the one more thing. Like, okay, get it done. So it's easy, pretty easy peasy. And that's how we do it. So guys, I hope that you found this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. Now, right here, I'm going to insert photos of their finished chore charts for our new home.